How's it going, everybody? Trying to get this to work properly, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. YouTube and StreamYard doesn't want to talk to each other. Hey, JP, things aren't working right. StreamYard and YouTube don't seem to want to talk to each other. Restream, well, that's where I am here, but I don't know if people are able to get onto it or not. First time using Restream, so I have no idea. I'm not even sure how to post the link so that you can join me if you wanted to. Can you hear me? Are you able to click on that link that I posted to join? I don't even know if I did it right. Hey, Scale. Yeah, I know for some reason StreamYard doesn't want to talk to YouTube, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all this out. I have the Restream here, and apparently Restream is supposed to be connected to YouTube, but it's not connected. I hit go live in StreamYard, and it quit. It wouldn't go any further. No problem, JP. So how's Scale doing today? Okay, I see that the post I made with StreamYard isn't working. But when I went go live with Restream, it basically made a new post for people to click onto. That's good, you're doing good, and so am I. I was hoping to work on this. I'm just going to see if I can bring up YouTube here. So that I can see what's going on for chat. And I don't always have to look over here. I know the delay is going to be a little slow, but you working on anything today, Scale? Okay, how do I add him? Oh, maybe this.
Hi there.
Figured it out. Hey, John.
Oh, what kind of problems are you having with Restream?
And I don't hear you. How come I don't hear you? I don't hear you, John.
You don't hear me? Okay, just hold on. I'll have to change my camera. A minute.
Is there a setting I need to do?
You hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Say something, John.
Is it working now? No.
Okay, I can hear you through my stereo speakers. I'm going to try headphones again. Are you there?
How about now?
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Now I
Yeah, I
can
had
hear
to
you.
change my camera on my overhead camera, the mic goes on it the odd time. So I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out this restream stuff. So obviously I've got it hooked up to YouTube, but the post I made was through StreamYard. So when I went into Restream, it, I don't know, whatever. I'm getting it figured out.
Yeah, it's showing on YouTube though. I saw it on YouTube. So
Yeah, because that's what Scale said too, and um, I guess it made a secondary post
yeah,
because
yeah,
I tried to go through StreamYard. I hit go live, and it didn't do anything.
yeah. Well, that's
It
like
just,
me. Like if I schedule Restream on my other computer in the living room, it doesn't
yeah,
show up on my laptop in my bedroom. It's
yeah.
really weird.
I had to go back in because I'm watching it through my other account, so I can see the chat here in front of me
Oh yeah, yeah,
instead of having to look over at the computer beside me, right? Because I mean, I've got the computer here, right? I can type, I can do whatever, but then I got my phone here, so it's just easier for me to look at my phone one instead of having to turn all the time and look at it.
yeah, yeah.
I know my response might be a little delayed, but because I got to wait for it to pop up on here first.
Yeah, it will be delayed on YouTube. It always is. I notice
Yeah.
that all the time.
Well, you can change that as well. You can
Yeah,
change
yeah.
your delay on it, right?
All right.
Um, hey, sorry, Mike. I didn't know. I'll try to keep that in mind. My old mind forgets a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I like Restream better than StreamYards, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure them out. I've only gone live like maybe twice. So the last time I went live was probably almost a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but the best thing with Restream, you don't have to worry about your hours either,
Yeah.
because
So
you
I'm
can.
trying to get things switched over to Restream and ignore certain things, but
Yeah, but see what Restream, if you want to use OBS or you want to use Studio Labs, you can use that, that program.
yeah.
With StreamYards, you can't do that. Hi, Mike.
Mike, you can't be that old in
Oh,
December. Oh,
I think Mike is in the 70s.
oh,
Yeah,
right. Well, he's still young.
yeah,
My dad's not old, and he's going to be 72 in March.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
You
going
got
to
a
be
long
more.
ways to go, Mike. My great grandfather was 104 when he passed away.
My 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 great granny. No, my great granny. We're not actually quite sure because all her records were burnt in a church fire, and she would
Okay.
never tell. She would never tell anybody. But we figured she was about 107 to 112 when she died,
Wow.
and she was still baking up a storm.
Yeah,
Anytime we
yeah,
went to
yeah,
Ottawa, we went to Ottawa because she lived with my dad's Aunt Bunny, right? So we
yeah.
had great Granny Martel, or his granny, I guess. Um, yeah, we'd go there to Ottawa and see them, and they're baking up a storm and everything else. And it's like, oh, you're too thin. What do you mean?
Yeah,
typical,
yeah.
typical granny stuff, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, my
Mike,
my
Mike's only
mom's
68.
my mom's sister's still alive. She's 97 and she still rides a bike.
Yeah.
She's like the road runner on the bike.
Oh yeah. Us youngsters, we can't keep up with them.
Well, you're not that much older than me, Mike. I'm 64, you're 68, so you got 4 years on me.
That's like me too, Mike. Mentality of age 12. Sometimes I think it's younger than that for me.
Yeah, yeah.
You just keeping yourself busy today there, JP?
Yeah, I try to. Like I've got the whole day, but I don't spend that much time working on models, to be honest with you.
Well, I got quite a bit more done on the Nova.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
actually building.
I'm just making exhaust system for the 65 I'm working on right now.
Yeah. Did you the other post for my live stream? Did you see that yellow car?
Yeah.
That used to be my dad's. That is a 1964 old F85 two-door hardtop,
Okay.
right? And he sold it to his brother that he's living with right now, my Uncle Raymond. And he took it and put it on a 3/4 ton Chevy 4x4 frame.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I want two of those new 64 models,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because I want to build one as the car, the way my dad had it. And
yeah.
then I've got a Chevy 4x4 here. So I'm going to take another one. I'll take the body and everything and put it on the 4x4 frame like my Uncle Raymond has it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a site. It's called Model Sense. I think it's in Ottawa. Check their site out. Maybe they'll have it.
I've got one order for now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Adrian wants in. Hello, Mr.
Hi,
Adrian.
Adrian.
Hi, John. How's everybody doing up here today?
Good.
Well, we're doing pretty good so far.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. As long as the snow stays away.
Well, we haven't got no snow here in Texas yet, so we're pretty good right now.
Yeah. Well, the dirt's not getting in my eyes, so I must be above it.
Well, yeah, the dirt's been blowing around just a little bit, but not as bad as it's been before. So,
Did you see the latest video on the Nova there?
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, I did.
Okay. So, John, how's the weather up there in Canada right now?
We had the odd snow flurries last week, but we're getting the warm weather again for another week.
Haha, sucker. We still got nothing here. It's like plus 13. Well, plus 13 around 10 o'clock, so it's probably gone up since then.
Yeah, it's plus 13 here today. It's supposed to be a high of 20 tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, it's only cold here in the morning, but that's it. After that, it'll warm up and stay warm all day long, and then at nighttime, it'll start to get a little cold again, and then the sun starts going down a little earlier now due to this time change that we got here. So
Yeah, yeah. That kind of threw me for a loop. I forgot all about it.
that kind of threw me off guard just a little bit. It threw me off big time.
Yeah, I got up a little bit too early that day.
Yeah, well, I looked at the old time on the kitchen. It said 10 o'clock. Like, what? And then I look at the cell phone, 8, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. I did the same thing.
Yeah, but the sun here goes like around like about 5:30, almost 6 o'clock. It's already dark here.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, it gets
bad
pretty
part
dark
about that.
here pretty fast too now.
And I was up at 3 o'clock that morning. So not only did I get up at my normal time, I was up at my normal time an hour earlier.
That'd be the normal time for me to get up, like on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, like 3 o'clock in the morning, because I would have to be at work at that time, 3:30 in the morning. So I'd be up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning my time, and get ready, and then leave my house like at 3:15, and then go pick up a coworker at his house like at 3:20, 3:25, and then get to work, and then clock in by at least 3:30 or a little after, and then get to work. So till about 8 or 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, to almost lunchtime sometimes.
Wow.
No,
Yeah, but excuse my language, but I'd be dragging ass when I'm done. I'd be dragging out of there.
Yeah, I
well,
bet.
that's like me. I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And then
Yeah.
here, JP goes and does a live stream at 9 o'clock. I'm like, shit, dude, I'm already in fucking bed at that point.
Well, I
Yeah,
see John Paul live every once in a while. I'll come in and say hi, or I've already joined the panel once, and I'm looking
yeah,
forward to doing that again. So,
yeah.
Well, I plan on doing this model right here only
wow.
on live stream. So if people want to see this, they're gonna have to join the live stream. And well, there's only a couple people watching, but either way, last night when I went to bed, I was at 412 subscribers. As of 11 o'clock, I'm 418.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
I've been shouting out your channel, Mark, on my channel quite a bit. So
I've been dropping links everywhere, and I've been telling people to connect to everybody that comes in too. So,
yeah,
No, and that's muchly appreciated from both of you.
yeah, I help channels grow, and then of course, me and John Paul, we're members to Heart 81 PH's membership. I'm a member of that, and so she helps people out too. So if
Yeah.
you're around there, just check it out. She'll help you out.
And well, I'm subscribed to her since I was on your stream there. But yeah, like nobody's ever mentioned that, hey, John mentioned me or Adrian mentioned me. But, I'm pretty sure that some of these last few subscribers have probably come from you.
Yeah, well, that girl I'm telling you about, she's friends with John Paul, and she's my sweetheart. We're in a relationship, me and her. So she can help you out too, man. So if you ever need help, you can go there. You can come to me too, like you have been. And I've gotten you some good subscribers on your hands. So hopefully I can get you more.
Oh, I'm sure. Like I said, nobody's ever said that, they saw me or saw my link or whatever, or heard from you guys. But I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
well, if you ever want to drop your link there in my live stream, just go for it. You're welcome to anytime,
Yeah, Mark, when we share your channel, it doesn't show who shared your channel.
Yeah.
The only thing when you drop your link, that's the only thing it's going to show. And what I usually do when I'm doing live is I'm using StreamYard on my phone, on my laptop. I'll flex your videos, and then what I'll do is I'll drop the link in my chat box, and then I'll pin it for everybody to connect to. So that way I'll make it clear to everybody to connect to you. So that way you can get more subscribers for your channel.
Yeah, well, that's muchly appreciated.
So
like
anyway, guys, I just
even,
wanted to come up and say hello to you guys, and I'm fixing to get down here because I'm waiting for my niece to get out of here with her dad, so that way I could drive back home. I drove like 120 miles just to bring my niece to get a shot. They approved the COVID-19 shots for children now, so she's getting her first dose right now.
Oh, that's good.
All right, guys. Well, John Paul, see you later in your live. I'm going live later, guys. If you're welcome to join me if you like.
Yeah.
Sounds good, sir. Thank you for stopping by.
So, all right, guys. Y'all take care.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, I promoted Rick's channel, SDM Productions. He got 26 subscribers.
Right on.
Yeah,
and
for me promoting, that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, is promoting all the people that don't have very many subscribers.
Yeah.
So
and thanks, Mike. Every little bit helps, and as I think of things and do things, I try to say stuff for other people's channels as well too. So muchly appreciated.
So how's that Patreon working for you, Mark?
Right now, nothing. But I don't expect it to.
No, I have that PayPal me on my account.
Yeah,
I've had it for, I don't know, maybe a year now.
Yeah.
I never got anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't plan on getting anything through it for quite a while, but I figured I'd start building up videos and stuff in it now and go
I
from
think
there.
once you get monetized, like once you get your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours or watch hours or whatever, then
Yeah,
you'll get people to donate more money at
yeah,
that time. That's what I
yeah,
find, anyways.
yeah. It's a critical. Nice to have you there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a car I picked up at a garage sale years and years ago. Um, I kind of started on it. I painted the body, but that was about it. So the body's painted, so we're doing good. I mean, or at least it started to be painted anyways. So that's what we're looking at for. It's kind of a
That
kind of
turned
a
out nice. Nice color.
yeah, it's a rainbow purple.
It
It
looks
actually
more like blue on here.
yeah, no, if you look at it just right, especially if it's in the sun or something, you'll see reds, blues, purples, you know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a nice looking car. But I figure
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just going to, if people want to see me build it, they have to come to the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you
But
can
it's
always do
been,
it on my live show. I don't care.
yeah, but no, it's basically the only way they'll see it is, when I'm live or whatever.
Yeah. Because
So
I'll be
this,
going live probably tonight again. So I already
yeah,
scheduled it. So
yeah, that's what it says. 9 o'clock
yeah.
bedtime,
Yeah. 9 o'clock your time.
Yeah, because I mean, it's still pretty much all still in the plastic, right?
Right.
I barely started it,
So
so
any of your kids build or no?
sorry.
Any of your kids build models?
No, no,
No.
I haven't talked to any of my kids in 3 years. I've
Oh,
sent
they're
them
all
messages.
grown up then.
No, well, one's 20. He'll be 21 in February. One just turned 18, and my girl turned 16.
Oh, okay.
And I've sent them messages, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever. Nothing in return.
Huh.
So it's like, well,
I bet you if you say I'll send you $100, they'll be talking to you.
oh yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed they'd. This car, 57. This car is a 57, Chrysler 300.
That looks like a Walmart box.
Probably was. Like I said, I picked it up at a garage sale. It's a
It's been a while
copyrighted.
since Walmart around here sold model kits. I tell you that.
Yeah, it says a copyright of 2001. I think it said. Yeah, 2001.
Did you see off the sprue carries aftermarket stuff now?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was gonna get a photo etch kit for this car, and I'm like, nah, screw it. I'll just build it pretty much out of the box.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular. This one
Yeah,
does
but
have a
the
really
thing
nice
is, like,
engine.
you look at some of that photo etch stuff, like on that Frit, a lot of the
Yeah,
stuff you wouldn't use anyways.
yeah, yeah. No, like this one here. I mean, it's got. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to enlarge my screen. How do I do that? Maximize? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Now, if you look at this, I mean, the cylinder heads have all the rocker arms in it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
look at the carburetors. You know,
I hear it's a very
carburetors
well
are nice.
detailed kit.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's got all the piping and stuff on the oil filter.
Yeah,
Like it's a pretty nice kit. Like even the differential has the cover for it, like the third
yeah,
member.
yeah,
Like it's nice. Water pump's got some wicked detail. Battery, everything. Even the steering knuckles. Because this one has a positionable steering. The air box, like even the door panels and stuff. I mean, that's some pretty nice detail on the door panels.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, lower control arms, upper control arms, all your drag links, everything. Like, it's a nice kit. No problem, Mike. Make it a strong one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do on live stream, yours, mine, whatever. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you should do stuff too, but
Well, I
should
try
start.
to keep in talk with chat and then the hangout at the same time. And it's not easy, I tell you.
No, guaranteed it's not. Especially if you're looking down at this, you're not looking at the screen, right?
Yeah, because people pop in and they says, "Well, you didn't say hello to me while I was in the chat."
Yeah, yeah, no. And I don't expect too many people to show up just because, you know, they're not used to me doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Well, they will eventually.
yeah. I'm gonna try and do it for on Wednesdays, right?
I
I'll
find
do
on
it.
the weekends I get more people that show up, but then
Yeah,
we get a lot of people from UK, Australia, Philippines, because it's early for them too, eh?
yeah. And for me, I mean, like, there's so many people that I've noticed going live on the weekend. It's
Yeah,
really not feasible to freaking go on go live on the weekend because there's so many other people that they're looking at, right?
right.
You know, like you go live quite a bit and things like that. Well, that's fine,
Yeah,
but I tried to go for an off day, but I figured most of the time nobody's here during the day other than me, so I figured I'm not going to bother anybody if I'm live. It's guaranteed if I'm live, uh, the whole internet around here just dies right down.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if the wife is home or she's trying to watch, Disney or Prime or something, if the stepson's home, he plays games online. So I mean,
yeah.
he'll probably be,
That takes a lot of bandwidth.
yeah,
When somebody plays games online, that's for sure.
yeah, and like he'll be done. I think he's done at 2 o'clock today. So I mean, that gives me at least 2 hours. The wife started at 11 today. They both work in the same spot. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So their shifts change all the time.
Right.
He works one weekend, she works the other weekend. And, they even work in the same department. Um, so
Do you have any
basically,
shows up there, or no?
any what? Car shows
Any
or like
model
model shows?
shows?
Nothing I know of. I've been watching like Lucas C and stuff like that, the ones they were going to here, that Acme one or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And it's pretty nice cars sitting there, I tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. No, I don't. There's nothing that I know of around here, anyways.
Yeah, but a lot of those people that enter those contests, you'd be surprised how much money they spend on aftermarket stuff for them.
Oh yeah. I mean, for the stuff that I do or the average person does, we can't keep up with what they do.
No, no.
You
See,
know.
I try to stay away from the aftermarket stuff. I like to scratch build more than I like to, deal with the aftermarket stuff. So,
Yeah. Well, I like kind of both. Like the fact that I can build a lot of my own stuff, but if I really need some fine detail things, that's when I hit the aftermarket, right? Like I
yeah.
can't scratch build a set of wipers. There's no
No,
way.
no, 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 no.
So I use the aftermarket stuff.
Yeah,
The fuel cell. Yeah, I could probably 3D print one. Blah blah blah. But I mean, I can build one out of styrene just as easy, and
yeah,
I'd probably have it done before the friggin' printer is done printing.
yeah, that's true. That's
you know,
true.
like, so most things I try to scratch build, you know, but I guess it's what each person wants to do themselves, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to spend the time and scratch building it, or do you just want to like, oh look, here's one, you know, put it on the friggin' computer, now let's print it out.
Have you ever been burnt by any of the aftermarket companies?
Nothing yet,
I have.
you know, like, what,
Unreliable resin.
you know,
They're called, well, his real name is reliable resin, but I call it unreliable.
oh, I've never really dealt with a lot of resin parts, like buying resin parts. The
Yeah,
only resin
I
parts that
have.
I've got are from off the sprue. I mean, he's Canadian, so
Yeah, his service is pretty fast too.
yeah, yeah, I don't have any problem with them so far. You know, I've gotten a few aftermarket parts and some few resin pieces from them. You know, takes about a week to get here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is coming across Canada, so and through the mail. It's to be expected. I'm surprised it's that fast to begin with, going through Canada Post.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, but yeah, most of the aftermarket stuff I deal with is Detail Master, Model Car Garage, and Ted's.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
like Ted's, but the thing I don't like about Ted's a lot of times you'll click on it and then you'll put it in your cart and then it says out of stock.
yeah, well, I noticed that a lot lately. Like I was looking for GTR R34, right? I want to
Yeah.
build one for the stepson, and almost every site that I go to, like I mean, I think I've got, I don't know, 25 sites that I keep checking out all the time, states
Yeah.
and Canada, and every GTR is gone. Everything, every Skyline, every R34 or 33, um, aftermarket parts for them, everything's gone for those GTRs.
Wow.
Yeah, I even went to some of the Japanese sites, you know, like, and even them, they're gone. It's like,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
somebody on a freaking R34 kick or what? You know,
Yeah, I
but
noticed the price of kits just went up again, eh?
when do they not? I mean, considering before I started doing them on YouTube, the last time I bought a model, brand new, was like $12, and
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
with the tax. Now it's like $50 before tax. I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
holy hell,
yeah. It's crazy.
you know. So it's like price of gas needs to go down here, people, so the price of styrene goes down.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's what it is. It's the petroleum products. Any petroleum products like plastic, anything like that. Um, when the price of oil goes up, all the petroleum products go up,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's guaranteed. Why models? I mean, sure. I mean, during the times too, the prices have gone up, but I mean, for them to go up that much, you know, is insane. I mean,
Right,
I found it's a 184 scale um, plastic model Cuddy Sark
right.
sail ship, right? $558 for this model.
Wow.
Okay, my dad built that exact model back when I was like 7, 8 years old, kind of thing. So we're talking like 30, 38 years ago. And
Right.
he says he bought it brand new for $121.
Wow.
So just in that time, it's jumped up like 5 times its original price. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
because he lost that ship. It was burnt in a fire or something like that, and I was gonna build it for him. I'm like, yeah, not if $560 now. Well, that was US. So by the time you get it to Canada and everything, you're probably 700 and something.
Wow.
Right. So it's like, yeah, sorry, Dad.
Yeah. Well, that's like me. My very first kit was the James Bond car.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old. My dad bought it for 50 cents
Oh, yeah.
back then. The same
Yeah.
kit now is $1,000.
Yeah. But that's probably due to rarity as well. But I mean, the average
Yeah,
Joe, I
yeah.
mean,
Well, that company is not around anymore.
yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen some, like there's that 56 Chevy. It's got nice mag wheels and it's got the flames on the side and a funky little scoop on it. I remember buying that for like $15 back in the day. And here I saw one a couple of days ago. I was looking around. I think it was like freaking $67. And I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? It's weird seeing the cars that you bought and at the price you did back then, and now it's like quadruple the price.
Oh, you got that right. Yeah, you would think that the model kits would be a lot cheaper now because they're using the same mold they used like over
30
50
years
years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy the way the inflation. You know what? No wonder I'm having such a hard time. Probably helps if I have my eyeballs on.
Yeah.
Holy hell! Look, I can see.
Yeah.
So we got at least 4 people watching, but well, it says 5, but I know I've got one open, and I don't know if you have one open. So 3 to 4 people watching. Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so
that's like me, like like I do a lot of how-tos on my channel. And
yeah,
I look at it this way, if I help one person with that how-to, hey, that's bonus to me.
yeah. Well, that's what I do. I mean, I do it because I like doing it. It's goddamn
Yeah.
expensive, but if somebody wants to help out, fine. If not, I'm still going to do it. And if
Yeah.
I can give you a few tips or tricks on the way, that all the better. If you just enjoy watching, fine by me too.
Well, that's like me. I did that airbrushing with folk art paint. I've so far there's 4 people that learn how to use folk art paint through the airbrush, and they thanked me for it. So that was good.
See, I don't have any folk art. I mean, all mine are the deco art, so it's probably the same stuff, anyways.
Yeah, deco art is the same. Yeah.
Apple barrel, folk art.
Yeah, yeah. I like the apple barrel the best from all the whole line of it.
Yeah. Well,
Because
all mine.
some of that folk art paint can be very, very thick.
Yeah. Well, I know like this stuff is too. Like,
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
it's deco art, but all of mine came from the dollar store. Every one of them.
Oh yeah. I buy the
know.
black, the big tall black from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Like this one?
Yeah.
Or the bigger one?
A bigger one.
Yeah. 'Cause I think there's another size bigger than this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the 4. These are 2. Yeah, 2-ounce, 4-ounce, and I think there's the 8-ounce one.
I think these are 8, and I buy them
Yeah.
at the Dollar Tree, and it's flat black, for chassis and whatnot.
Well, I mean, some of the colors you can get. I mean, chrome blue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Like that's a hell of a nice color.
Yeah.
And you got these other metal colors. No, not that one. Like this one's like a heavy sparkle.
Yeah.
I think I've got a purple, the same thing. Like a real heavy sparkle. You got metal colors. You got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you got your gold, silvers, blues.
And the best part with that stuff is if you screw up, all you have to do is wash it with water and soap.
Yeah, pretty much, eh?
Yeah.
as long as you catch it before it dries. But yeah, I mean, it works good. But again, if you go by what my channel started with, I was doing like, yeah, tabletop crafting and stuff like that, and yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I got
Right.
into electronics, right? And from there, yeah, I still do a little bit here and there. And then it was like regular crafts and resin. Yeah, still wasn't what I wanted. Then I started into the models, and that's what I want to do. Is I want to do the models now, because I
Right.
do dioramas and I like doing dioramas, and I like my electronics. I find that at times I'm going to build a model. Sometimes I'm going to build a model and I'm going to put electronics with it, or a diorama with it. And the diorama may have electronics.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can build like an old garage and put LED lights in it and stuff, or a street scene with street lights. Like I can do all kinds of it. So now I'm mixing the three most things that I like to do together.
Yeah.
You know, mainly models, but as things go through, I'll do dioramas with some of them and everything else. So
I think that's how a lot of people do it. They start with models, but they add other things into their channel,
yeah, exactly.
make it more interesting.
So what's your next video of, or when?
What's that?
What's your next video going to be of, or when?
Tonight.
No, not your live stream, but an actual video.
Oh, how to? Like a how to?
How to, or
Yeah,
dedication
I'm
to,
just
or
waiting
whatever.
for Miguel to send me the parts, the 3D
Oh,
printed parts,
yeah.
and then I'll be starting on that series for the 55 Chevy on
You
how to
see it?
open the doors, hinge the doors, trunk,
Yeah,
flip
yeah,
front end, things like that.
yeah. Saw Rusty's posts on Instagram.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know, I don't know if you saw them or not, but he's doing that 57 Chevy, and it's got Robin's Egg blue paint on it. And it looks
Oh
freaking wicked.
cool.
Yeah, it looks wicked.
I got Instagram, and the funny part is I got nothing posted on it. And I got more followers on that than on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know. I messaged Sunward Hobbies like quite a while ago now, but they finally got back to me. They are interested. They checked out my channel, but they want me to grow my channel a little more. And they suggested that I try to grow my Instagram a little more.
Oh yeah.
But they're going to check back with me in the spring.
Oh cool.
So I could end up with a sponsor. Who knows? If they do, fine. If they don't, okay. I mean, it never hurts
Yeah,
to,
it's always handy if you got a sponsor for your channel. That's for sure.
yeah. I mean, even if they only sent me something once a month, like here, build this model, or whatever. But they gotta any company, not just Sunward, but I mean any company, they're gonna want to make sure that if they send you something or give you something, that you're going to have enough people following you that it's going to make it viable for them for their advertising, right?
Yeah, you're
I mean,
advertising for the company. Yeah, of
that's right. And I
course.
mean, and that's completely understandable that the reason they're doing it is because you're advertising for them.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
doesn't matter what it is.
To promote their product and all that.
Yeah. So if they're going to send you a model, you're going to say, hey, this is where it's from, nice model, blah, 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 whatever, right? Or if they send you paints, or, you know, things like that, it's got to be viable for them.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
And it
Cujo.
helps you out too because this hobby is getting expensive.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I mean, these models aren't freaking cheap. I
Nope.
mean, my buddy here, Cujo, I mean, he does everything well overboard with Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like minis and all the terrain and stuff like that. And I mean, I guaranteed he's spending a lot of freaking money on gaming and all that stuff like that.
Right.
And like gaming is not cheap.
Oh
Any
no,
of those
no.
40K and D&D stuff and all that terrain, and yeah, that stuff's in crazy sane money.
Yeah,
Right?
my brother's in that Warhammer, and he built those tanks. They're not cheap.
Yeah, no, those whole kits, at least with 40K and Warhammer and stuff, like they don't um, uh, they don't let anything out. You can't print anything of theirs. You know what I mean? Like
No.
you buy their product. That's it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Whereas models, yeah, they're expensive, but at least there's a lot of aftermarket stuff that you can go get for them and buy for them. People are making stuff that you can download and print out these files and stuff to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
parts for it, right?
Well, that's like
Whereas
those Gundam figures. They're not cheap either.
no Gundams. There's another guy that I talked to, Zero's Hobbies. I mean, he's on YouTube and stuff, and he does a lot of the Gundam stuff and things like that. And yeah, he's that stuff's not cheap either.
No.
You know.
Because I was checking that acidical paint that they use for those figures.
Yeah, the
Those
Citadel.
little jars are not cheap.
No, but it is good paint. That is one thing
Oh
I
yeah,
find with paint. Um, you pay for what you get. I
yeah.
mean, you
I
guys.
just don't like those lids that are on them.
Oh, I
That's what
know.
I
I
don't
hate
like.
them. They get stuck and you pop them and paint everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the Hummel paints. They got that Pride lid on them.
Oh yeah, but they last forever, eh? Those
Oh yeah.
Hummels.
But again, you're paying for what you get, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, Vallejo is good. They have nice pigment. Testers are okay.
yeah.
Um, I can't stand the Testers acrylic paints. They're
No,
garbage.
no.
They're garbage. But the enamels are good. So far, the Tamiya lacquer and enamels are good. The acrylics, I only have a couple, so I can't really say otherwise on how they are.
Yeah,
But again, you're paying for what you get, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
go to dollar store craft paints. Yeah, they're good. You can do a good job with them, but they're dollar store craft paints. Like
Right.
they're meant for more of a porous type product. So doing on paper, cardboard, stuff like that, right? That's what they're
Yeah,
meant for. Whereas things like Vallejo, Citadel, things like that, they're meant for more of a non-porous material, right? So they
yeah.
have more of
I
a
like the
stickyality to
Vallejo and
them.
the AK line for
Yeah.
brush painting.
Well, I don't have any AK. I've got a bunch of uh, Vallejo. I don't have Citadel. I don't have Hubble. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of others there, but yeah, basically I got my craft store. I've got my Vallejo, a lot of Tamiya, a bunch of testers. I haven't tried any of the all clad yet, but I've got a bunch of the candies and the chrome.
Yeah, the candies from Elclad, you got to make sure it really, really dries.
Yeah.
Takes a long time, man.
Well, that's why I made my easy bake oven, right? To help that go along, right?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. I think even if you get one of those UV lights, for drying up fingernails, that would dry up a paint job too, pretty
Yeah.
fast.
My little helper.
But the AK is just as good as the Vallejo, like
Yeah.
this type of paint here.
Yeah, Model Air, Vallejo, and AK, I think, are pretty much all the identical product. You know.
And the Vallejo, they have quite a selection in colors too.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
I mean,
surprised.
I've got all my rust effects and stuff like that, and you know, basic colors. So, but I picked this one up. It's, I don't even know who the hell it is. Turbo Shift Paint. It's Turbo Dork
Never heard of it.
water based acrylic,
Right. Oh yeah.
but it's
Oh,
a
I see
color.
it at an art supply store. That stuff.
Yeah, this is a color shift.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah. See, with that van that I'm going to do for the wife, I want to use some of the color shift. I've got the purple candy. That's ruby red. Candy violet. Yeah. And cobalt blue. But yeah, I want to use like this purple shift and things like that. This here should end up pretty much like this.
You ever use that Pearl X?
Nope. Don't
Do
think
you know
so.
what it is?
Isn't that just that?
It's a powder. It's a powder you put in the paint. It's called
Um,
Pearl X. You could get every different color you can imagine. And what it does, it gives you a pearl finish on the color you're using. So you mix it
yeah.
with the paint you're using.
Well, I have a bunch of mica powder.
Okay,
I'm
that's
pretty
that's pretty
pretty
well the same
sure
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I could probably use it in paint, but I bought it for doing my resin,
Right.
right? So I put it in my resin, stuff like that, and it gives you your shimmer and everything else, right? So I'm pretty sure I could probably take that same pearlescent and put it in a base clear kind of thing, right?
Yeah. The art supply store here sells that Pearl X, and all it
Yeah,
is a powder, and you just put like one scoop or like a little
yeah,
small scoop in your paint.
yeah. I'll
It
just
gives it
grab
a
mine.
different kind of finish on your model.
Yeah, I'll grab mine. I'll show you. This stuff here. You know, like I've got it's all different colors and stuff, but
Okay, yeah, it's pretty well the same stuff, but this is
you
in
know,
jars.
yeah,
Yeah,
these are just bags of it. But I mean, it's all shimmers and colors, and you know, like whatever you want to use, right? All the different
right.
colors. I mean, I got lots, so I'm pretty sure I could probably take this stuff, you know, and it's all pearlescent, right? It changes colors and stuff, so. But I'm pretty sure I can use this in a clear base and then spray it on the vehicle. But I bought this for when I was doing resin, right?
Yeah, I bought like gold, silver,
Yeah.
and copper. It sure makes a difference in the paint job, I tell you.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got what you saw there. I mean, I don't know how many colors I got. You know, pearl whites and blues and greens, and you know, I could probably mix some sort of the purple up and probably do a clear coat over top of this and
Right.
give it an even crazier look to it, right? Yeah. So we're still just sitting at 3 people, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, the Pearl X is only $3.99 for a half ounce bottle jar.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, that's good price. I mean,
Yeah.
the mica powders are fairly cheap, right? I mean, you can buy them from Amazon for doing like your soaps and resins and stuff like that. Um, I think I got that pack from Amazon. I think there's like 56 colors or something like that. It was only like $13 or something like.
I'll
You
put
know,
I'll put the links in the place that sells it, but you can find it in Canada. You just have to look for it.
yeah,
I'll put the links in the private chat, and you can check it out. It just I put in Pearl X
yeah,
when you do a search.
yeah. It showed up here.
I think that's what I paid. I think I paid a bit cheaper because I bought like I don't know 9 or 10 jars of it.
Yeah.
But it'll never go bad either, eh?
Well,
That's the
no,
thing I like about it.
it's a powder, right? And it's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
stay
it's just a
that
powder.
powder.
Yeah,
It's, it'll stay that powder until you actually mix it into a base clear to spray it. So you mix
yeah.
what you need, and that's it.
Actually, you could put it in a clear coat too. But
Yeah, you can put it in a top clear, or you can pick up a base clear. So it's basically a flat clear that you put that in, and then you can do stuff
yeah,
over top of it, and then you can put a clear coat. I mean, there's so many
yeah,
different
like you
ways you
gotta
can
mix
use
it
it.
first with the paint, and then you gotta mix it with your clear if you want more pearl in your paint
Yeah,
job.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, I can get that base clear or flat clear, put it on here, and it'll give this a different sheen. And then once I'm done all my trim and blah blah blah, then I can go with a high gloss clear.
it'll probably give
So,
you more of a shift color too.
yeah,
Like if you shine it in light.
yeah. Hey, give me a second. This cat's pissing me off. I'm gonna throw him outside. What? Come on, Webster. Come on. Yeah, he was just meow, meow, meow. I said, all right, shut up, get outside.
Do you have
He's my
dogs
little.
too, or no?
Well, we did. What was it? The end of the end of spring. We ended up having to put her down. So
Oh, yeah,
she was getting too old. She was having hip problems. She wasn't eating anymore. She lost probably 70 pounds.
wow,
So it was time.
yeah. Yeah, that's the worst part. If you had them all your life, and then all of a sudden they kick the bucket, then it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want her suffering. I mean, she was still eating, but barely eating.
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah,
like she couldn't jump up anymore. She couldn't run anymore. So it was just getting to that point where it's like, no, we don't want her suffering.
yeah. Of course.
And it was all cancer and stuff in her hips and arthritis. And, you know, when you had a 180-pound dog and all of a sudden they lose like 70 pounds, they're pretty scrawny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to have a husky. It was 140 pounds, and
Yeah.
and if it was on his back feet, it was 6'1".
Yep.
It was
Yeah,
huge.
that's the way Kira was. 180-pound Rottweiler.
And we always fought for the bed, and of course, the dog always won. Because I wasn't going to move no 140-pound dog. No freaking way.
No. Yeah, there was no fight. There was no fight with Kira. If she wanted the chair you were in, she just sat in it. You in it or not, it didn't matter. She loved her car rides. She sat in the back seat,
Yeah,
everything else. But so we had to deal with that. But
yeah,
other than that, no more dogs for now.
yeah. Huskies are pretty smart too.
Yeah.
Very easy to train.
Yeah, this motor is just freaking cool. I mean, it's even got the holes for the cylinder head. And it's got the valley pan under here.
Cool.
Transmission's got excellent detail on it. You know, it's even got like the slave cylinder.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got the not even sure what that is.
Yeah.
The thing that was on the back of the transmission.
Yeah, I had a guy ask me a question. So while he's just getting in the model building, he goes, "Do you worry about putting nuts and bolt heads on your motor?" I said, "Not really, because you don't really see it."
Yeah.
I think they got the photo edge from ProTech, I think, of nuts and bolts
Yeah.
heads. Yeah, no, I don't bother with that stuff.
You having fun with that, Cujo? Painting the floor with epoxy?
Are you getting high yet?
Yeah, I used to do that. Long time ago, in Alberta. Worked for a company that was called Res Flooring, and we used a special machine that would take steel pellets and shoot the floor. You know,
Oh
rough up the concrete, and
yeah.
then you clean it all up, and you vacuum it and everything. Spray your prep down. It's like an adhesive for concrete, and then we'd mix up an epoxy resin. Sometimes it was just straight epoxy resin for a nice smooth finish,
Right.
or if it was a walkway or something, we were able to put sand in it and color it, whatever. We used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
What a goddamn stink that was.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to remove these footprints that I had in my bathtub, and I had to use industrial cleaner. Holy shit, man! I was higher than a freaking kite.
We actually redid a bathtub. You can get those kits to re-coat the inside of your tub, kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we did that once, and holy hell, we actually had to stay at the in-laws' place for like 2 days because
Yeah.
you couldn't be in the house. It
No,
just
because
stunk
that smell
so
is really
bad.
potent, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it did a nice job on the tub, like refinishing the tub, but I tell you, you couldn't be in the freaking house. And it seemed like it wasn't that bad at first. Like it was, you put it on, there was no problem. You could smell it, but it wasn't that bad.
Right.
But it's almost like as it started to cure, it just like, holy hell, it like quadrupled the strength of the odor. I don't know if it was part of the curing process or what, but yeah, there was no way. And I mean, with 2 young kids, I wasn't staying in the house, so.
No.
But it did work. I mean, we went from that goddamn 70s green to white. So.
Right.
I mean, it had chips and stuff in it, so, and everything else, right? But it wore out. I mean, you look at it and it got a fucking soap ring on it. You didn't even have to add soap or water. It just suddenly appeared. It was just that wore out, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, so we sanded it all down, bought that product, But yeah, you couldn't, as it started to cure, once it started to set, you couldn't be in the house. It just got so strong.
Yeah, John Mopar sent me a couple pictures of some of the model kits they had at Walmart over where he's at.
Oh yeah.
And they had that snowplow with the dump truck back end on it for $29. I said to him, shit, I wish model kits were that cheap here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You see them because a lot of the sites I go to are the U.S. sites, right? And it's like, $29, $35. Okay, not a bad deal. And then you put it in the cart, and then here's the shipping for 12 or 13 bucks. Here's the tax for New Brunswick, so another 15%. And then you convert it over the Canadian funds, and it jumps up another $30.
Yeah,
that,
I know.
That
I know.
$30 freaking model just turned into almost $70 by the time you get here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the last time I bought model kits from the States was when our Canadian dollar was more than the American dollar.
Yeah.
That was quite a while ago. That was back in the 80s, I think. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's up above once in a while, but not very long or very much.
No. Well, if I do buy it from the States, I make sure that it's worth my while. Because if you spend $100 or you spend $20, the shipping is about the same.
Yeah. Where see most of my stuff model wise comes from either Sunward Hobbies or Hobby Wholesale.
Yeah. I don't order too much from Great Hobbies because a lot of times it says special order or new release. So it's not in the store yet.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you're going to freaking wait forever for it. But you already paid for it in the meantime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're out that money, but you never know when you're going to get the damn model.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had that a couple times with Great Hobby, so I don't shop there that often.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever shopped at Great Hobbies.
I go to Sunyard or Sunward.
Sunward. That's
Yeah, I go there the odd time because I think it's $40 and free shipping or something.
60.
Okay, 60. Well, they had a special on for anything over $40 was free shipping.
Yeah.
For a while. They had it for a couple months.
Yeah. No, I deal with them quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sunward and Hobby Wholesale. The Sunward, I think, is in Toronto, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then there's Model Sense.
Hobby Wholesale is in Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I used to go to them all the time when I was there.
Yeah.
Get all my RC stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the hobby shops around here are mostly RC or trains, mostly.
Yeah.
That RC stuff is not cheap. A friend of mine's got one of those helicopters with a remote. Holy shit. When he told me what he paid for it, and he still can't get the thing to fly.
Yeah. No, I know when I bought my Savage X, it was, it was ready. It was ready to run, other than a few things here and there, right?
Yeah.
But it was still $600 and some then.
Wow.
So yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah, I bought one of those small helicopters from a 7-Eleven store here for my son for Christmas. But I wanted to play with it before Christmas, so I accidentally broke it. So I tried to put the thing back together again, and I put it back in the box and wrapped it up and give it to him. And then he was crying because it was broken. I said, "Oh, you didn't break it, I did." So I had to buy him another one.
Yeah, go buy him another one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had a couple of those little mini ones too.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I got a couple of drones here as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do that on our channel now with those drones.
Yeah, well, you have to be careful with that because you need a license.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's invading people's privacy or something?
Yeah, you gotta have.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Depending on your area, you gotta follow what is it, FAA rules or whatever for airplanes and flight plans and stuff.
Wow.
Depending on how high you go, special events like if you want to record at something or whatever, fly near, say race events or anything like that, you got to have a license for that. Like, there's a lot now for it. It's crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Holy shit.
Yeah. and it's a pretty big fine too. Not everywhere's got the.
Boy, the government sure wants to regulate us, don't they?
Oh yeah. Well, I think what it was at first there was a lot of. It started becoming a big problem, like privacy wise, aerial events, people just not knowing how to fly them properly.
Right,
So
right.
crowds would get hurt because it would crash or something and hit people, and so I think that's why they went to here. You need to train and get your license, and I think there's still a lot of people that don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, so technically you're actually supposed to have a license for them, and
Huh. Wow.
now I don't know
So,
about the States, but I know a lot of places here in Canada you got to have a license for them to
are they
fly
still
them.
pushing the shots over there where you're at, Mark?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't pay attention. I haven't watched the news in probably 2 years. I really just don't give a shit. If a store or something tries to ask me for if I got my shots, I'm none of your goddamn business. You're not my fucking doctor.
Well, no, if we walk in the store, we don't have to show that we had the shots or anything. Just if
Yeah,
we get a haircut or we go to a restaurant, things like that. But the funny
yeah,
part is, you're allowed to go to the outside patio, but you got to
yeah,
walk from the front counter through the restaurant to the patio. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah. No, but even still, it doesn't matter where. It's like one that is doctor and patient confidentiality. You have no right to ask me for my medical history. Do I ask you if you had a fucking mammogram yesterday or what? None of my fucking business.
Nope.
They have no right to ask you for that.
No.
So
No.
I'm just waiting for the day that fucking some store or something freaking tries to ask me if I got my shots. One, it's none of your goddamn business. Two, you're not my fucking doctor. Three, it's illegal for you to ask because that's medical history. When was the last
Yep.
time your fucking doctor played with your testicles? You're going to tell me that? No, you're not. So don't fucking ask me about my medical history.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy if you ask me.
Yeah. If I
Like
got my shots,
it's up to the individual if they think they should take the shots. Well, that all the power to them.
yeah,
But I choose not to take the shot, so I'm not going to take the shot.
me neither. Maybe in 5 years after it's been tested for a bunch of years and people stop dying from it, okay, but even still, you have no right to ask me my medical history, so don't ask me if I have them or not.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
none of your
the biggest problem, a lot of people don't even know what their rights are, to be honest with you.
No, they don't.
No.
My sister,
That's like a lot of people don't know anything about the Landlord and Tenants Act.
oh, I deal
Same
with
thing.
them a lot. I've dealt with them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to know something about Landlord Tenant Act in Alberta? Trust me, I know. New Brunswick, well, I haven't learned that much yet here about them, but trust me, it's not hard for me to find out.
Yeah.
Everybody says I should have been a freaking lawyer, but because I love to argue and prove people wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's like me. I'm in low income housing,
Yeah,
and then they ask you all these freaking questions because every year you gotta put in your statement of what you made for the year.
yeah, your notice of
And
assessment.
so I did, right? And they
Yeah,
says, well, what about this other thing? What you think I'm freaking holding something back from you, or like I'm trying to be honest about it, and you're freaking trying to shaft me? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there's other
yeah,
people that are not honest and they get away with fucking things,
yeah. Welfare and everything else. That's like they did that. They kind of did that to my dad because he's on the pension, right? So he's got his CPP and all that stuff, and his old age. And here, all of a sudden, his payment dropped by like $800, and they're like, so he called him up, going, well, what the hell's going on, right? Oh, you have three rental properties, and he's like, huh? I do. Since when and
I had
where are
that too happen to me.
Can I get the addresses, please? Because somebody owes me freaking rent then, And
Yeah.
all it was somebody with his exact name came up and had these rental properties. Government didn't bother to look at his social insurance number or anything else, or call him and say, hey, do you have these? This is coming up on our system.
Yeah.
They just cut it out of his freaking pension and everything else. And they're like, he's like, what the hell? I don't have any of that shit. So he had to go and prove it all, that here's my SIN number, here's all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. We lived in Alberta, but yet these three rental properties are in British Columbia.
Yeah.
Here's my bank records, here's all this stuff. And then they finally gave it back to him, and then they had to give him back pay because, well, it took almost 3 months to get that all straightened out.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, you idiots. You didn't even bother to call me or find out, hey, this is what we're finding. Is this true? Do you have any records? Or, no, just cancel it. Don't say anything to anybody.
Yeah, and it's funny, if you call one of the government agencies, if you call them 100 times, each one tells you a different story.
Yeah.
Like one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing.
Yeah. One's pulling on the tip and the other one's yanking on the balls, like they don't know.
No.
But thing is they just jumped to the conclusion and canceled it within a month. So he got one payment at the end of the month. And then when the next one went to come in, here it was short. So within 30 days, they found this, adjusted everything, and then didn't say anything. But then it takes 3 months for them to straighten everything back out.
That's crazy.
How come they can take it away within 30 days, but they can't give it back within
it doesn't take long for the government to take money from you.
No. If they owe you money, it takes 2 years. If you owe them money, they want it yesterday.
Family Responsibility Office owes me over 10 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of paying me all at once, no, they're paying me installments. They give me $50 a month.
Yeah. You know why? They're making money off of the interest.
Yeah, because they can't keep it in their bank, and they get more interest than I would.
That's right. So that's what's going on.
Because I could use the $10,000 now.
Yeah, but they're making interest off of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All to you because they lose out on all.
Yeah,
but if they keep it, by you out for 10 grand, they've made 6 grand off of it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Or you can take it to a lawyer and they'll fight for a cash settlement. So you might only get 5 grand, but you'll get it all at once.
Yeah.
Or you can wait and get the whole 10 grand, but it's going to take you 15 years to get it all.
I'll probably be in the ground by the time I get all my 10,000.
Would you say $50 a month?
Yeah.
So it's only $600 a year.
Yeah.
Right. 12 months, $50 a month. That's $600 a year that they're giving you. How long at $600 a year is it going to take for you to get that whole 10 grand?
Yeah. More than 10 years.
Yeah. Exactly. In 10 years' time. I mean,
that's like the old age pension. Like before, you used to be able to get before you're 65.
Yeah.
They get penalized. Now they won't.
Yeah.
They won't give it to you until you're 65. They're hoping you croak before you're 65.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't understand the
they
whole
try to do
government
it.
system, to be honest with you.
They try to do everything they can to make sure that they can get as much interest and keep your money as long as they can.
Yeah, yeah,
This way, they get as much money out of it as possible.
yeah. You got that right.
Doesn't matter if you earned it or anything like that. Like even unemployment or something. It's like, oh yeah, I spend this much money every month paying into it, but when I want it, it takes me forever to get it, and you're only giving me a percentage of what I was paying in.
Yeah, I always said anybody that makes 30,000 or less should not pay no tax whatsoever, because people that make 30,000 or less are going to be putting more in the environment than people that make over 100,000.
Yeah,
Like the last 10 years I had made less than probably around 20,000. I have to pay every year.
yep,
Like I'm not talking $100. No, I'm talking like $500-600,
yep.
which is ridiculous. And then my brother, he makes over 100,000. He gets back about 5 or 6,000 every year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the way they do it. That's how they
Yeah,
keep everybody under control.
well, yeah, that's basically why this virus came into effect, to be honest with you. That's the way I see it, anyways.
No, that whole virus thing is a whole conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, oh for sure, for sure. And there's a lot. There's lots of talk about the vaccine shot and
Hmm.
whatnot.
Well, I just find it funny that here we got the coronavirus all of a sudden, and next thing you know, within 6 or 8 months, they have a vaccine, and then within another 3 or 4 months, we get a second part of vaccine. Now
Yeah,
there's a third one, and the virus is what, barely a year and a half old. How
yeah.
do you have three vaccines for something that's only a year and a half old?
Oh,
When
it's been
you
around
know,
for longer than that, I
oh
think.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah, it's been around a long time because I mean they probably had to test that for quite a while, and that's what I
yeah,
mean. You want to give me a vaccine that's barely been tested for 6 or 8 months? I don't think so,
yeah,
buddy. I'll take my chances getting bit by a freaking raccoon before I do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Or you get run by a car, over by a car.
I mean, where's the vaccine and stuff for West Nile or hantavirus or H1N1 or you know,
Yeah,
where's
when
all
that
that stuff?
scars or stars was out, my son got it. Eh? He was
Yep.
only 3 years old when he had it.
Yeah. But thing is where's the vaccine? Why wasn't that a pandemic? Why,
I think they've been working on the vaccine since that time. That's
yeah,
what I think.
but that's what I mean. It's like, and how long's the flu been around?
Yeah, yeah,
A couple thousand years. And
yeah.
yeah, they have that flu shot and stuff, but okay. I still don't even get the flu shot. I never
I
have,
don't
never
either.
will.
I don't
Uh,
either.
you know, but the fact is like, okay, the flu's been around for how many years, and they have a flu shot. Okay, I'm more likely to take that than I am the shot for that because that hasn't been tested yet. How many
No,
people
no.
has
We're
it caused
we are the
heart
guinea
attacks?
pigs,
And
and that either we live or we die. One of the two.
to me, it's all chemical warfare.
Yeah,
That's all. That's
yeah,
all it is. Chemical warfare. They wanted
yeah. We
to
don't know what's in the vaccine either.
no, but
You
thing
know.
is, they wanted to set it free and see how long it would take to travel from or through a country, and then from there they wanted to see how long it would take to get back to their own country.
Right.
Right now, let's see how fast we can give out the vaccine for it, right? It's
Yeah.
all a test.
Yeah.
Let's see how much we can control the human population. Oh, you need to wear a mask. Oh, you can't. You got to have this vaccine. You can't. You can't go into this store because you don't have vaccine. You can't fly because you don't have this vaccine. Blah blah blah. They're looking to see how much they can control before the public starts to fight back
Yeah.
and say, "Fuck you."
But
We're
you know
not.
how it is. You know how it is. A lot of people they talk, but they won't stand up for their rights or whatever.
No.
No, they'll fight for stupid things like a gay
Yeah.
parade or something
Yeah.
of that nature.
Yeah, they'll fight to tear down their history statues and flags and all this other stuff, but they won't bother to fight for hey, no government, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
See, when I lived in Holland, if the people didn't approve what the Queen promoted,
Yeah,
everybody shuts down. Nobody does anything.
yeah,
Over here, they wouldn't do that. No freaking way. They're too money hungry.
yeah. But what can you do?
Yeah,
We're just,
you can't
we're
change a
only
person's mind. That's for sure.
we're only one voice, and you have to turn everybody's voice into one voice. But
Yeah.
all it takes is one voice to say no, and the rest to say, yeah, give me that. I'll take that. I'll, bend over for you.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You know. Oh well, what can you do? I
Not
mean, there's
much you
lots
can
you
do,
there's
really,
lots you,
Mark.
there's lots you can do, but there's nothing you can do at the same
No,
time.
no, they took a lot of freedom away from us already.
No. They didn't take it away. We gave it away.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're
We
right.
just let them take it.
Yeah.
And then you got everybody
Right.
that's
Pretty soon, when you think about it, we are going to be the minority, and the people that come off the boat are going to be the major.
yeah.
Like their voice will be heard. Our voices won't be heard anymore.
Yeah. My phone's dying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just shut it down. I mean, there's nobody on anyways, really, so
No.
I don't have to watch for a whole lot of chat in the chat line there. Basically, just you and me, and there's a couple other people watching or listening.
Yeah.
Listening while they're supposed to be working. Right, Cujo?
Oh, is that right? Overboard DM. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Oh, about drones in his area for a
yeah,
drone.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like certain places or certain things. Like I know some places like Toronto and things like that. They're real strict on it. Doesn't matter what size they are. You need a license. But then there's rural areas where, yeah, you can fly yours as long as it doesn't go above a certain height. Then there's some places that it's only a certain size. Some places it's over a certain weight. Like there's lots of different things, right? But basically, that they still have that license in most cases that people have to get to be able to use a drone. But there are certain places where you don't need anything, right? Just depends on where you are. Like I don't know the rules here for New Brunswick, you know, if we need a license or license over a certain size, certain weights. Um, I know for a while there was a big deal and everybody was all panicky and you know even on YouTube they were like, oh, we can't give you more drone shots because we can't fly here and blah blah blah, and you know. So yeah, but I think a lot of it's calmed down since then. Hour and a half, eh? Is that it?
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
yours, 2 and 3 hours. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I do it for roughly 3 hours.
Yeah.
But anybody that comes in a hangout, I make a moderator so they can post links to wherever they want to do.
I haven't figured that out yet.
What's that?
I said I haven't figured that out yet. How to
Well,
do
you have
that.
to go to YouTube channel itself
Oh,
and click on the live that we're hanging out. And then anybody in chat, you can make a moderator that way. You can't do it here. You have to do it on YouTube.
Click live.
Yeah, you go to your page
Oh, on my page.
on
Oh,
YouTube, and then you click on the latest video, which will be this one.
so I have
And
to go
then
to studio.
you just make sure it's muted. And then you click on any of the names that in the chat. You can make moderator. You just have to make sure that you remove them when you leave, because you never know. Some people can play with your channel if they're still moderator while the channel is down.
See, if I go to my content, I don't see this video.
You don't see the video on your homepage?
I don't know about the homepage.
Yeah, your channel.
I'm actually in my studio, like the studio.
No, you don't go in the studio. You go in
channel?
my
Okay.
channel. Yeah, you go to my channel.
I see it's live, so if I click on it,
Yep, and make sure it's muted,
yeah. Mute.
and then you can make anybody moderator that's in chat.
How do you do that?
The three knobs, like the three dots. You
Yeah.
click on that beside the name, and then you scroll down, and I think it's the bottom one. It says moderator.
No, I'm getting report and block.
Oh, that's weird. Because when I go to this live stream on YouTube.
Hang on a second.
Okay. It's got three dots.
Yeah, no, I'm in my other account. I need to switch to my other account.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my Blue Streak account, not my Blue Streak
okay.
Customs. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see. New pinned chat. Okay, I got that. No water. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. Pin message, report, remove, push user timeout, hide user on his channel, add moderator. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's because I was in my other YouTube account.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then if you want to share a page or whatever, the TV with the red stripe through it underneath the Hangout, that's the one you use for sharing.
Share screen.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to know anything about Restream, I could tell you.
Yeah, most likely, because like I said, I mean, this is the first time using Restream, so.
I like the chat area, and I like the video itself because it seems like it's a lot clearer. I don't know if you think so or not, but that's what I find anyways.
I see like there's different at the bottom.
Yeah, you got different backgrounds, and like there's more tools.
Yeah, because I can switch this stuff around.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last one is for if you want to share a page, then people
Yeah,
will
you
show
can
up
still
on
see,
your right hand side.
yeah, that one and the cinema, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last two, I think, are everybody's on the bottom with the shared page, and then everybody's on the right with the shared
Yeah.
page.
Well, that's when you want to share a page or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what you use them for. Share a channel or whatever.
Now invite guest. Where's Miguel? Is he working?
Yeah.
Rick,
He had a
Miguel.
bad migraine yesterday. Usually he doesn't leave the live stream that early.
Who, Miguel?
Yeah. Yeah, he left way before. Usually he stays until the end, but not last
Yeah.
time. We all have our days.
Yeah. I haven't had one for a while, thank God.
Well, it gets frustrating when I'm fighting the freaking government for every little freaking thing, man.
Oh, yeah. Like I said,
Especially at my age. Like, I've been working since I was 9 years old, and I get treated like I'm a freaking little kid or something.
Yeah, like you know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, like I said, I mean, if they owe you money, it takes you months to try and get anything done. But if you owe them money, they want it yesterday.
Yeah,
and then they're hounding you for it. Well, when can you pay? How much do you make? Blah, blah. None of your goddamn business. And if you want to know, you got all my records. Why don't you take a look?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like if you owe back taxes, they put compound interest on top of interest on taxes you already pay taxes on.
Yeah.
How the hell are you supposed to pay it?
Yeah.
Like, it make it so hard for you to even make the payment, because if you make the payment, you're just paying the compound interest.
Well, yeah, because if you got a payment of $50 a month, you're going to pay $150 a month, because the $50 is only the taxes on the taxes. Then you got to pay the taxes and the taxes, and then put that extra, $50 on the principal.
Yeah, yeah.
People don't understand that, and it's like, well, shouldn't this be going down? Shouldn't this be? Why is it going up? How come I owe more? Well, you're only paying this much, dude. You gotta. It's like it's even paying on a house, a mortgage and stuff. Your mortgage is $400 a month, but now you got to pay $450 because there's $50 interest on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if you're only paying $50 a month, you're not paying anything on the principal.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to pay.
It takes a long time just to pay the principal itself.
Yeah, but most of the time, like, you make $100 payment on your 450, or say you pay 450, you're only paying like $400 on your principal. That $50 is your interest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
But yet they give you a penalty if you pay too much, or if you pay your loan off early, unless you've got an open-ended loan, right? People don't look at a lot of people don't look at that stuff.
Well, that's like if you're 1 day late of doing your taxes, you get fined $200.
Really? I never have.
Here in Ontario, you do.
No, I never have. Because most of the time, I don't do mine until like freaking February. Actually, no. Sorry, well, you get your T4s around February.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you have until April. There's times I haven't done mine until the next tax season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's like, whatever. If I owe, they'll take it off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I should go. I'm gonna go have some lunch.
Yeah, I should probably head out too. This
Yeah.
was just kind of a test one. If somebody showed up, fine. If not, well, I
Yeah.
was here for a little bit. And
Yeah. No problem.
I'm probably going to try again next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go
Sounds
for
good.
a little later in the afternoon. Maybe
Yeah.
try to go for about 4 or 5,
Okay.
and then and go from there. Or maybe I'll do it later at night, so that if you do one, when mine ends, you start yours,
Yeah. Okay.
and then Miguel can do his.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, just jumping from stream to stream to stream.
Yeah.
But thanks to everybody that did show up and in the comments and everything else, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time. And never know, maybe
Yeah. I'll
I'll do
be on
another one.
again tonight. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll see how awake I am at that point, but I'll
Yeah.
probably
No problem. No problem.
be in bed.
That's
Okay,
understandable.
thanks, JP. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Have fun, everybody.
Yeah. You too. Bye.